Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to In Sound Mind. And this beautiful music cue just started playing as soon as I looked up to the stars. Oh, here comes the rain again. We only have one more digit left to unlock until we can open up the bunker code. And I guess I could be cheeky at this point and just brute force it, but where's the fun in that? We have to move through a creepy graveyard in order to get to the last one, and who wants to miss out on that, right? Oh, what's this?
This grave looks fresh.
It sure does. There's a pair of glasses.
This grave looks fresh. This grave looks fresh.
Okay, I know that. What do I do with it? Is there a shovel or something that I can use with it? Yeah, there's something there.
This grave looks fresh.
Oh, it looks like another record.
This grave looks fresh.
Wait, how do I access that? Is there something I can do? There's every time I see one of these birds perched on top of a gravestone, I think it's somebody standing there. Well, we can break back into the church through the back door. But can we leave through the front door? And more importantly, will our ghost buddies still be here? And somebody left their pills in the church pews. No, we still can't exit that way. Although it is useful to be able to come back in here and have a look around. Are we still going to be able to see? No. That opening in the floor is closed up. As has this one.
There's only so much I can carry.
Oh, I see. Vinyl rosemary. And I get the achievement. You can't see it, but it says Unsung Hero. Who is Rosemary? Was that maybe the name of the researcher? Maybe that's who Cortana is. I mean, there is a blue light coming from this lamppost. Okay, we'll have to take that back to the office and listen to it. But in the meantime, we'll move forward and try and get that last digit. I'm starting to think being locked into our progression at this point might perhaps be some kind of measure to stop me from just brute forcing the last one. Is that Tanya's collar?
Good kitty.
Never mind this right now. Bigger fish to fry.
It almost seems like this is something that my character has known all along. He didn't really react to that. This is kind of a lot to take in all at once. I don't really know what to say. This is the first time we're hearing about this, but even as before in the vent, it seems like Tanya's trying to reassure me. What do you mean, walking radio towers? Okay, now that's got me thinking. We already knew that the effects of, I guess the substance is called rainbow, are a 1-2 punch. You have to be exposed to the chemical and then bombarded by certain radio waves, but I don't know if that's targeted or if they have some greater purpose for using people in this way. It seems like it's based in mind control experiments, but I feel like there must be something more to it than that.
More of this.
Will you appear here? Or is there maybe, yeah, we can use this light post. But quite notably, these shadows do actually seem to have the same effect on blocking radio signals as foil. So what else can this do? I can't jump high enough to get this to work. Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, this is really useful for saving us flares. Looks like we're heading down into some kind of crypt. Just a quick check over here. No. Alright. Down we go.
Rainbow's true potential lies in the collective unconscious.
Now, this is not entirely related, but one of you called the Yellow Man, you called him Rainbow. Now, I thought that was the name of this substance, but I was just thinking, in response to that, what if he is just a personification of the substance itself? I mean, that was already somewhat obvious, but I'm wondering if that's not maybe true even on a more literal level. Lots of goodies back there. Maybe the mirror can show us how to access it all? What is that? Oh, right here. Oh, this feels like playing old school adventure games now. Although I don't know how common a catacombs type setup is in the US. Let's grab all that. Some stealth, which means we actually do get a stealth upgrade. Not that I've ever really been any good with that. It's a good thing I'm full, because it really doesn't seem wise to eat the 100-year-old stale sausage left inside a coffin.
Knowledge, experience, inherited. All mankind.
Wait. So is she saying that this stuff can be used to unlock the collective knowledge and experience that is actually passed down genetically? Oh, great, it's you guys. Maybe we'll try slashing. We haven't done that yet, really. Might be better for when there's only one of you, but why not? Oh, you guys are bouncy. Come on. Come on. I don't mind taking some damage because there's a perfectly good sausage back there that I can heal with. It's so hard to do this in the dark, though. Come on. Especially in the dark when the floor is lava. Okay, this is getting real irritating. Alright, now you. We killed your buddy. Now, let's... I don't want to fire a flare because I'm worried that it'll kill you. Come on. Let's get a melee kill. No, you can take quite a bit of punishment. Nope. 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 Come on, die. 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 Okay, so what we learned is that slashing is not the least bit viable. I had to try it at least once. I was hoping I'd at least get an achievement or something. Now, let's get a move on. Yep. Take whatever pills we can get, because it does stock us up pretty frequently. And might as well take the free heals if we don't have to lose our stocks at all. Boop. And boop.
To the person. Once hit, no more. Rainbow connects all.
Through fear, bind us in a collective. Interesting premise, although I'm not quite sure of the sanity of it. Okay, this we do need a gas mask for. Really feels like it's preparing me for something. Well, I guess we'll probably have to take one of those pills for extra speed and stamina. Let's figure out what else is here first before we try that again. Water! Okay, it's just one of you. Yep. Nope, 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 nope. Fighting you guys in these, like, arenas where we can't touch the floor is a little bit difficult. Bang. Come on. Over here, boy. Nope! Nope. Nope. You are gonna have to give me some time to turn around. This way, please. Bang. Ow. Bang! Ow! Bang! Jeez. Now, are we gonna open up, or is there something I have to... Nope. Right this way. Thank you for the health. So yeah, I'm really in these segments starting to wish that, that I could just unlock some kind of clip-on light or something. Because it's really, really annoying having to choose between a weapon and light. I could pop down a flare, but they don't really do all that much as far as light goes. Oh boy. It's the boss fight version of the fuse puzzle, is it? Man, what's keeping those floodlights on? Thank you, game. Thank you very, very much. I love how self-aware this game is in terms of predicting player expectations. Like, it knows you're gonna see those 9 fuses and think, oh my god, especially after it's already primed you by having you do a bunch of fuse puzzles earlier in the game. So that you already kind of associate, like, okay, this kind of puzzle is tedious and just draws out the game. And then not only that, it makes you think that it's going to draw things out, and instead it actually deposits you right at the end when you thought there was probably a much longer path ahead of you. Pretty much the only thing that I don't really care for, and it doesn't by any means ruin it for me, but the only part of this game that I don't super care for is the combat. I feel like it's kind of more tedious than anything and annoying. And it's not even the enemies, it's just like, it's just that it's annoying having to only be effective if you can pull off those headshots on a constantly moving, constantly jittering enemy. Now what do we do from here? Grab some more shotgun ammo. We've clearly got to Far Cry this somehow, but I'm not seeing how.
Tastes like polygons.
Is that a reference to something, or are you literally referring to the fact that it's a model? Okay, how do we start climbing you? Is this an elevator? Oh, I see. Alright, so first we'll have to fire off a pistol shot to break it free. And then that. Oh, I'm not standing on the elevator platform. I'm standing inside the elevator shaft. Should probably stand out of the way of that. Thank you. Now, this is also a relief after I was pretty sure we were going to have to Far Cry this thing.
You're not all there today, are you? Staring out the window a lot.
Yes. I apologize.
It's about that cat of yours. Tanya, right? I'm sorry.
Hello? Can you hear me? My name is Rosemary James. I need your help.
Lucas, is everything all right?
So Lucas, he wasn't just being affected as far as the fear effects from these radio signals. He was actually hearing radio messages from Rosemary, who I guess we know now is Cortana. All right, let's do it.
7, 4, 5, 8, 3, 2, 9, 1, 0, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
End it. Now, I rest.
0019. And there's the flooded city right there. Look, we can even see Lucas's lighthouse. Not Lucas, Alan's lighthouse. Oh, it's so cool how they managed to give this nightmare world an actual consistent sense of space. Now that flare is still burning down there. It seems like we can even see where some of those stories are dotted throughout the forest. Now, the only thing we're missing is Lucas himself. You'd think he'd be fairly easy to spot. It looks like we can find one of those stories down there, right next to the tower itself. I'm not sure how many left there are to find, but I definitely don't want to leave without finding them all. Oh, great. That's just what we need. Well, I guess we found him. Haven't had very much luck with elevators today, have we? Come on, let me through. Let me through. Where's he at? There he is! Yeah. Oh, you patched yourself up. Okay, just run, just run, just run. Oh, that's awesome. Oh! That is so annoying. It wouldn't let me, even though I was tapping E, bring the message down. Alright, we gotta fight him. Or... Bang, no. Yeah, you switch frequency. I'll be doing the same. Ugh. I think one of those is more behind him now, which is why we're gonna have to play Ring Around the Rosie. Boom. Okay, now can we make it past you? We're gonna have to. Hopefully we can reach some kind of cover in time. We only have a few seconds. I really enjoy just how intense his segments are. He'll be back up before long. Oh. There he is. If we can get to the bunker, he can't do much to us. But we're not going to be able to really leave. Oh, he's coming this way. I wonder just what his range is as far as sight goes. come on. I know that there's another story around here somewhere. Our little warmer colder is bringing us warmer. It should be just up here, up and to the right of the array itself. I'm not sure we can get up there. No. Alright, let's just do it then. The longer we can keep out of his sight, the better. 0, 0, 1, 9. Literally had to change 2 digits, 1 in each direction, in order to get into this top secret military bunker. Yep. Yep. So long, sucker. Now here is where we're most likely going to get to the bottom of this. Now, what does the glass want us to see? The box right there. And power restored. At least to an extent. And even down here, I'm starting to hear more of those weird voices on the radio. Is there anything else we should know before moving forward? Another one. Restoring power is going to be difficult, but probably necessary, right? Boom. 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 Let there be light. These must be Rosemary's research notes.
We all have our doubts regarding Agent Rainbow. In its current state, it is an extremely volatile and dangerous fear-based weapon. But if we can make it work, make it stable, it could mean the end of conventional warfare. So many lives would be spared. I have to believe that Agent Rainbow will end up being a net positive, despite the sacrifices. I have to, especially after what happened with the ship crash. I can't help but feel that our experiments had something to do with it.
Now, that's really interesting to me, and I'm sorry my voice is so hoarse in this part, but Alan believed himself to be the cause of the shipwreck because the light went out. I speculated that maybe the light had gone out due to deliberate sabotage of the lighthouse's power because they didn't want anyone to see the ship coming in. But now I'm thinking that maybe these two things are unrelated, that the ship crashed because of something that was happening on board, and I mean, while transporting such a dangerous substance, it's not at all hard to believe. Or wait, was there a 2? Yeah, right here.
It's on.
Oh, right here probably, right? Let's... bullet or pills? Bullet or pills? Probably bullet. Boom.
Since we've been confined to this bunker as a safety measure, there's not much else we can do but continue our research. Lately, I've been hearing voices on the radio. Are these the voices of people who have been affected by Agent Rainbow? What will happen if I talk back?
Now there's something cool. Hang on. I can sort of hear those voices. I wonder... I mean, she said something about this essentially tapping into like some kind of collective genetic unconscious. I wonder if voices aren't maybe being transmitted like telepathically via radio waves? Oop, didn't even have to look.
Recent discoveries made by my team have been groundbreaking, to say the least. Agent Rainbow is so much more than what we believe general purpose is merely a side effect. Its true potential lies with its connection to the collective unconscious, this sort of metaphysical repository of knowledge and experience, accumulated through generations of existence and inherited by every human being upon their birth. Think about it. How do babies already know how to hold their breath underwater? Why do so many people have an innate fear of snakes? It's thanks to the collective unconscious, which we're all connected to via our personal unconscious. Up until now, this connection was one-sided, but Agent Rainbow changes all of that.
I'll be honest. The scientific side of this is really interesting to me. Now, it's kind of an overused trope in sci-fi that something incredibly dangerous is discovered, and someone wants to, harness that power or whatever, and it's always treated as a stupid idea. I'll be honest, if I were a researcher in this position, I would really want to pursue this. One wrong move and we plunge ourselves back into darkness. Alright, we're gonna have to do this the right way from now on. No more flying blind. And we have to start from right here. Boop, boop. And that. Rosemary, you can't be serious. This is your crowning achievement. Our crowning achievement. Our work with Agent Rainbow could change the course of mankind. And you want to hide it? If you want to sabotage your own career, then so be it. But you don't get to take us down with you. Ash Holm.
Attention all staff. I'm invoking a strict no-talk policy regarding any and all information related to our recent discoveries. Until we fully comprehend the extent of Agent Rainbow's influence on the human mind and its implications, releasing such information for a formal review is completely irresponsible. RJ.
I need more of this.
I really have to wonder what she discovered between those notes that caused her to do a complete 180. From being so optimistic to wanting to bury it, or at least put it on hold until much further study was done. And it's not like she discovered what's been happening to us. She knew about that. She's mentioned these fear effects. She must have found out some other negative altogether.
My request to terminate this research has been denied. Someone must have leaked our results to the higher-ups because they're suddenly very interested in what we've been doing here. I can't let Meyer manipulate people's minds. I have to warn the people of Milton Haven of what's been happening. I have to find someone I can trust with this.
And I guess that person was Lucas. I really hope that Lucas can somehow survive this, but with the pattern we've been on, it might have to be me. Tanya talked about how this is going to come down to how my own story ends. I really want to believe there's still something left for Lucas, that we can at least save one. But I'm not holding my breath for that. We're not quite ready to move on yet. This looks like some kind of central control room. Central Intelligence Bureau, Washington, D.C., May 1969. From Commander-in-Chief, United States Air Force, to Colonel Adam Klink, Fort Sonder Base Commander. Subject: changes to experimental anti-aircraft assault radar mounted atop Fort Sonder. Reboot the radar power system within close proximity to the dish using a standard-issue radio device. Target rotational beacons with your radio device in order to move the dish. Press the red fire button on the dedicated console once a target is in your sights. Restoring this weapon is how we're going to take down Lucas, huh? Special care must be taken not to aim the radar dish at any radio towers or other large-scale radio gear in the vicinity, as conflicting radio signals may result in electromagnetic interference and damage to equipment. Maybe that's the real play. More health. Attention all staff. Due to a clear breach of our information security policy, Rosemary James' time as a Meyer project manager has come to an end. You will now report directly to Mr. Ash Holm. The success and safety of this research rely on your discretion. We'll soon know who Rosemary was talking to. Bill Bird. This isn't even a government conspiracy anymore. It's literally just a corporate conspiracy. Alright, let's get up there. Right after we do some more loot goblin stuff. What? Picking up something. And this forested area right here is where we would have seen that red glow from the tower before. Hang on, I just want to make sure I'm covering all my bases here. We can continue to climb the tower here. But we've got to be able to search all around for a reason, right? Yes, right here. Rosemary James. And this paper is blood-smeared and torn off. And it's beginning to dawn on me how my team and I's discoveries may be used for immoral purposes. Through this radio station, I can reach out and communicate with people under the effect of Agent Rainbow. So far, I've used this ability to try to understand this phenomenon. But what if someone were to use my position to transmit, plant information directly into these people's heads? The thought of this power at the hands of a corporation gives me pause. So that's what it is. Now, before I get climbing the tower, this is something that I really want to talk about. Something that I think about a lot in life is about how petty evil often is. I mean, I spent this entire game thinking this was going to be some kind of, like, Cold War government conspiracy or something, and it may have its origins in that, but let's be real, a company like this would probably use this technology, this life-ruining, like, life-altering practice, to, say, buy more Coke or something like that, you know? Like, use it for, like, advertising purposes, for brand recognition. Ugh! Oh, come on. Okay, I don't know what to do about you since I can no longer climb the tower. Do I have to just make my way around? Wait, what is that? Some kind of Rosemary-powered Game Boy? Sure, why not? Okay, maybe it's a gap that we can jump. Maybe that's what we have to count on. I'm not entirely sure what you're shooting at, bud. Nope. No, 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 no. Nope, no, 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 no. Nope. Taking some damage here. Maybe he can destroy some of these boxes for me. Open wide. It looks like the base of this thing is surrounded by what I suspect is foil, yes. He can create some of his own vulnerabilities for me. Oops. And I can assist him in doing this. Hello? What does this button do? Alright, well, it's clear enough. We've got to get him to open all of this so that we can have greater access of the radio waves. Now the thing is it going to help us to open these things up? Or is it just going to make things more difficult for us the longer we survive trying to figure out what to do? I can see that thing over there. I'm getting a response on this transmitter, but I can't figure out what to actually do with it. No! There we go. Now, perhaps we can finally use this? No? Okay, we have to be very, very close. Very, very close indeed. Now that's open. And we can... now we can take a shot. And boom! Presumably more to come. Wait. Oh, we can use those to turn the thing. Oh, we're actually aiming this thing in real time. It's not just, like, scripted. Oh, I hope you don't move around too much, old buddy Lucas. Come on, keep turning. Keep turning. Oh, this is such a cool design for a segment. This game is really, really good at making me intuitively get into mechanics that I've never seen in a game before. And fire! Come on. Bang. Boosh.
Are you in there? Do you read? Lucas!
We have to speak to him as a soldier. Makes sense. So I guess what we're seeing here is that when he's struck by these waves, it actually does kind of a job of actually inducing flashbacks.
I want to help you. You need to open up to me.
Turn. Turn. I'm overshooting it because I'm not quite sure of how this works exactly. Push. Boom.
Believe that. This isn't you. It's a misrepresentation. A shadow.
Next one. Come on, come on, come on. Boom. And where'd you go? This way? This way. It seems like there's only really a semicircle pattern that he can move in.
Now what happened to you was real.
There we go.
Let your past define you, or you can embrace it. Learn from it.
Where's the next one? Move! Boom. Okay, get over there. This actually isn't that hard because he's not moving around all that much, but I only have so much health.
You was real.
Boom. Maybe this is the last one. No, he dodged that. Okay, bring it back around. Bring it back around. Bring it around town. And then we do this. I really hope that doesn't mean he can't be saved. Some of these outcomes are so difficult to judge how we're meant to feel about them. I really wish I could put a hand out.
It's okay. You're not alone. I believe you. Lucas knew there was more to this than meets the eye. I need to make contact with him.
I guess that means that Desmond is intuiting that he is still alive. See, what I've been thinking during this boss fight and for the duration of the past segment is that imagine how that must feel knowing that all this happened and being dismissed as just some crazy old man. To have to go through all of this, all these things that even without the conspiracy angle, nobody else can really understand, and actually be judged negatively because of it. To know you're right and have everyone tell you that you're wrong has to be the most frustrating thing in the world. And you know, oddly enough, he's actually one of the friendlier patients, even in spite of that. I really hope we can save him, because he deserves so much more than this. Now, what do we need? Ooh. Bet that has something to do with something. Yes!
Yes! It's all starting to make sense now.
It is hard to put to words how triumphant this feels. Just to hear one of our patients speak as a normal person. I mean, of course, we know their backstories, we know that none of them deserve this, but you know, we never actually get to experience any of them as people, only through the tapes. This is the first time we actually communicate with one of them as they are through the context of right now. And it is so refreshing. It actually feels like a victory, not just putting a stop to the madness anymore. Maybe we can learn a little bit more on the way back. I don't think I got anywhere near all of the stories. Some of them I don't even know how I could have gotten to.
So that's me in a nutshell, the kooky government conspiracy man. So what's the verdict, Doc? Padded room or no? I have to admit, this is a lot to take in. Figured you'd say as much. I believe your conviction is genuine. I'd like to talk more about it during our next session.
So I guess we... essentially what we've done there is we've actually communicated directly with him in the real world through these radio waves. The only question is, what actually is the definition of the real world right now? I mean, you could argue we're in some kind of nightmare of our own making. Is this actually the real world? Or have we just been exposed as anyone else?
Wow, that's... thanks. Hey, you know, I conducted a little security check on your building today. It's pretty lax. Practically anyone could waltz in here and stash all sorts of ill-gotten goods. Drugs, weaponry, dinosaur bones. Doc?
You know, I forgot to mention this in the last part, but some of you in the comments mentioned that when we found that gun earlier, the note that led us to the parts was written as from L. And maybe he knew what was coming and decided to take advantage of the fact that security here is so lax for my own benefit.
You alright, Doc? You're not all there today, are you?
I really hope they don't do the thing where Tanya just isn't there when we get back. I mean, I would hate to find that out and then not even have her as a spiritual sidekick anymore.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I heard something. You didn't hear that, a woman's voice? No. Interesting. Well, I was saying, I'm sorry for your loss. She was very petible. I saw you bury her by the old church. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but what got her? Curiosity? Yes. That and... yeah.
Well... I wasn't thinking of a cause. I mean, these things happen, but now I'm starting to think it does actually want us to learn more about the circumstances of that. So what did happen to Tanya? Oh, she's gonna get so many pets when I get back. And we finally make our way out of the jungle. We'll have to remember to make our way back to Lucas's house as well.
So, it's all connected, is it?
Sadly, yes. Had I listened to Lucas sooner, maybe I wouldn't be in this mess.
Well, you listened to him now, and he listened back.
I know. I never thought something like that was possible. I hope I'm not hallucinating and that Lucas is actually coming.
Ancient Rainbow makes a lot of things possible.
What does this mean?
You probably know who's calling.
And time. You crazy son of a gun. You did it. Now we can settle this mano a mano, don't you think? I'm leaving you something by the entrance to your building. Consider it a parting gift.
Be careful. That trench coat wearing government spook is up to something.
Is that your interpretation of who this is? This has got to be someone we already know, right? Okay.
Without Rosemary in their way, Meyer can do whatever they want with her research. They have to be stopped.
Not
Are
yet.
you trying to win an award for best petter or something?
Yes, I am.
This is more for you than it is for me, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Pet all you want. I'm not giving you my social security number. The pets are strong with this one.
And she even makes Star Wars references.
All roads lead to Meyer. They have a lot to answer for.
See, when this is over, she goes away, right? That's why I'm so reluctant to leave this office. Now, some of you said, what is the white tape? Now, I didn't pick it up last time because I could swear I remember putting it in, but I can't remember what it was. Unless it really did just appear here at some point. Yeah, I do remember this. This was the first one we looked at. And I guess, as we've come to find out with the way this game is structured, basically shows how this building is Desmond's world. Well, now that we've seen what that is, Lucas Cole, 55, PTSD, suspected delusional disorder, paranoid tendencies. Patient sought treatment on his own upon relocation to Milton Haven. Previous attempts at therapy have been mentioned as unsuccessful, unsatisfactory. Lucas mentioned he's felt ignored and dismissed by previous therapists. as well as Army officials and the Veterans Association. Born and raised in northern Florida, Patient had excellent test scores throughout school, and was determined to be the first member of his family to go to college. However, Patient enlisted in the Army following the steps of his father, Dwayne Cole, where he showed an affinity for electronics. Lucas spent 14 months fighting overseas before returning home. Patient suffers from a clear case of PTSD relating to combat and loss of friends. Patient claims to have been drugged during the war, an accusation he says would not be believed or taken seriously by anyone during or after his service. Patient came back stateside and has been obsessively looking for answers, a quest that has led him here. Lucas claims he secured a job as a groundskeeper at Elysium State Park, and was authorized to reside in a small cabin if he fixed it up, which he did. Patient is thoughtful and open when speaking about most topics. When the subject of war comes up, Patient seems to show some symptoms of psychosis. He speaks of monsters, though he speaks very clearly and convincingly. Further consultation is advised before reaching a final diagnosis. Patient has a clear post-traumatic adrenal response to memories of combat. Vivid memory, vivid imagination. Patient's father passed away 10 years ago. Lucas oddly deflects any and all questions about his mother. That's interesting. I wonder if that's important.
No use holding back now. When you face him, go all out.
That I will. And I know these paintings are changing, but to me, these kind of seem more... I mean, I guess it's sort of a Rorschach test for myself, but to me, these seem more... I don't know, positive than the ones that were there before. Although it's really hard for me to qualify that. Let's go.
Bye.
Bye. I hope not for the last time. Let's get up onto that roof. We've got stuff to figure out, and I'm gonna need all the resources I can get. Ammo, more speed, which actually is enough to give us an upgrade. And more pills, ammo, pills. Which means we may as well take them. Over here we have even more stamina, which will also increase our stamina. All good things to have when it comes to running away. Can we break these? No? What about you? No. There you are. But I'm not looking to deal with you just yet. Health, definitely useful. Now, what was it? I think there was a box in the back that had yes. But it needs power. How do I achieve that? Ah, right here. Boom. And... Okay, it's gonna be one of these, is it? Yeah. So we gotta go to there and get you, you. Even more inside the walls. You made this complicated on purpose, didn't you? But where is the next node? Ah, right there. Boop, boop. Come on. Come on. Said boop. Ah, how do I get at you? Maybe Ah, I see. Up and through the chimney. Beep. Right there. You know, I'm really appreciating that sort of calm yet somewhat mournful sound of the soundtrack here. You know, I think what it makes me think of is someone who is an innately peaceful person who went through violence and is now just doing his best to leave it behind. Alright, there we are. Beep. And we get some health, some ammo, some batteries, his vinyl, and some notes, including his Rorschach test. Rorschach test, huh? Familiar? Sure. Don't be surprised if I see something freaky. Alright then. First image. Looks like a house on a lake. Alright. Some sort of mushroom cloud. Third image. Oh, kind of looks like a, Hey, can I get a drink of water? I'm not feeling too hot all of a sudden. So he saw something familiar in this, but I can't say I understand what that might be. I mean, of course we know this is the form he ends up taking. But unlike the others, I can't recognize what this would be that would be related to Lucas himself. I pray for you, Alfonso Wheeler, as I do every night, that your soul may be at peaceful rest, that you watch over your brothers here amongst the living where you should be, if it were not for dire mistakes and unfortunate circumstances. I beg your forgiveness and your help, friend. Give me strength to overcome those who seek to enslave our minds, to shine a light to those in darkness, to restore faith for those who are lost. Amen. Now, this is a guy who came back with massive guilt. Well, let's go in our final way, learn a little more about him. Hi! Oh, you had to make that work one more time on your way to, well, my confrontation with you. I don't see where your buddy brigade went, which is odd because they were just here. And I've still not figured out how to get at that vent right there. Oh, great. I'm just gonna avoid you for now. I am recently very speedy and very endurable, so nope. Ha! Who needs pacing? I have completionist mindset. I can't listen to all but one record. Still got 20 minutes left in this video at the very least.
Forget something?
Yep. To pet you.
Knock it off.
Even Tanya wants me to get along with the plot. Do you see that little ear twitch? Are you kidding me? This cat.
I can listen to songs with this.
Oh, right. We also got Rosemary's. All right, guys. For the next few minutes, this is a musical.
Wake. Try to be good, for goodness sake. Try to learn from the past, from your mistakes. Do it over, whatever it takes. Oh my, I never could ever calculate
was cool.
Yeah. Now, it's really interesting to me that Rosemary has her own song here. She's a character who's very... Even though she's like the most directly involved with what's going on here, she's the most disconnected from its actual results. Then again, maybe not entirely. We did learn that whatever's going on here, it's essentially affecting probably all the residents of Milton Haven. Ingesting Rainbow through the water supply, and then everyone's being bombarded with these radio waves taking place from this radio tower as, like, a center of command, I guess. Now, all of these happen as an unethical side effects, but even though I already speculated at the actual nature of what they plan to use it for, we don't actually know for sure yet. I really hope we'll find out, but,
I can listen to songs with this.
before that, let's listen to Lucas's.
Me and the boys, we got plans for what comes later after the war. The names for our band and jobs for each other. It feels really good. Why? I'm crashing down. Everyone's crashing, but as long as we're together. And the drummer plays a beat too long, and the whole damn song starts to fall apart. By show of hands, the group disbands, and they won't be back by popular demand. Me and the boys going round and singing praises no one will hear. Got a box full of toys and memorabilia. It feels kinda odd. Why? I'm flashing back. Everyone's crashing, but as long as we're together. Believe it now, believe it then, as long as you believe it when it comes knocking for your friends. Between the times we used to spend and now the feeling never bends. I noticed and I notice it again. And the drummer plays a beat too long, and the whole damn song starts to fall apart. By show of hands, the group disbands, and they won't be back by popular demand. Me and the boys.
The music's upbeat, but the lyrics are dark.
Yeah, Tanya, that's just what I was thinking, but I guess that's kind of the way that Lucas has about him, isn't it? A way of, like, talking about these things without really directly addressing how he really feels about it, what it's really like. Somebody like this should never have been there. No one should have.
Ever since the war, Lucas had to contend with a narrative others tried to force on him.
Yeah. See, with somebody like that, you know, It's not somebody who's meant to be a career soldier. It wasn't his fight.
See you soon.
He viewed it as something that he had to get through. And even getting through it wasn't getting through it. He wanted to come back to this whole life and found that he just couldn't. Is the big boy still here? We most certainly have to clear that truck. And yet the big one remains. I hope we're not getting another bug like in Alan's segment at the lighthouse. We're gonna have to floors lava our way over there. I can't actually jump up onto these boxes. How do I do this? Here, perhaps. We can go there. Over to there. Where we can obtain some more stoops. Yep. Yep. Come on. I just can't stop thinking about that vent over there. How do we reach it? Oh, great. So on top of everything, you guys will just spawn here, huh? Now I've just realized by looking in the mirror, we can actually see your weak spots. So if we aim for the leg... Ah, yeah, that does actually work. And you guys shouldn't really be able to make your way to me now, right? Yay, all you can do is be frustrated. Nope, that's not true at all. You could kindly die, that'd be awesome. That went so much easier than I've come to expect. You know what, actually? I bet it has something to do with this. Kaboom! There's so much that I haven't found. I know for a fact that there's a whole ton of pills still here. But we can at least get this and finally solve this mystery. We're a long way from 100% completion, but I do like to at least turn over some stones once in a while. Alright, let's go for it. Run, run, run. Come on, let me climb up. Let me climb up. Tape rainbow. Can't tell its color. This doesn't seem right. End this. Is this really going to end right here in this part? It's starting to look that way. As we make one last trip down this hall, I'm really wary of what's going to find me on the way. Not even one last phone call?
A tape?
An invitation.
This is what he's been waiting for. How this ends is up to you.
I really hope I'm not going to have to make a choice here. I really can't pet
All
you
roads
again.
lead to Meyer. They have a lot to answer for.
You're such a good kitty.
Next tape.
Head on a swivel, Desmond.
Answering a knock on the closet door, are we?
stare into the void. Maybe you're sane, or maybe just paranoid. I hear them. Oh, here comes the Savior, who can break these thoughts away from me. Oh, no more bad behavior. Smooth my head on right from honorant feet. Ready.
Ready.
It's showtime.
Ugh. Okay, platforming when the mechanics have suddenly changed greatly.
Long have I waited for this moment, this spotlight, this stage. A stage made of mistakes, misfortune, and regret. There won't be an encore, only sweet, eternal death. But before that, congratulations are in order.
Alright. You really gotta run and jump. See, the thing is, we're floaty, but we don't actually go that far, nevertheless. Yeah. It's kind of difficult to get used to. I hate platforming at the best of times, but this is liable to screw with me. Even more than it already has.
Way to go, Desmond. You made it. You failed all the way to the top. You're right, you know. Your patients weren't bad people, but they were weak. Virginia could not overcome her watcher, nor could Alan his shade. Max lost heart to his bull. Lucas gone in a flash. And you succumbed to me.
I wonder if this guy isn't... I mean, Tanya called him a government spook, but he's got to have something to do with Desmond himself, right? I'm starting to doubt that he is actually a personification of Rainbow itself. Unless his issue sort of is Rainbow itself, in that Rainbow, in this context, represents not being able to help his patients.
So why have I been sneaking around, causing chaos? What's my motive? Who do I work for? Well, I'm not some government agent. I'm your Agent Rainbow. I'm everything you don't want to be. Your fears, your guilt, your paranoia, giving form. And my plan to run you ragged. Chip away at your psyche to wear you down to this.
Okay, I didn't expect the very next thing that happens to me to have everything explicitly confirmed, but thank you for doing that. It's appropriate at this point in the story, but it's kind of funny that, like, I've been doing all this speculating and then he just tells me. Especially timing-wise. Yeah. What is this, the end of Half-Life 1? Yeah. And yes, it is obligatory that when you make a big jump in a video game, you have to make a stress noise. Crash Bandicoot is a funny game to watch me play. Yeah.
It was fated to end this way. You, stuck in your drug-addled mind, withering away as it shuts down. You're the captain of the SS Wales, and you're sinking. There is no escape. Soon you'll lose all control
Well, none of your plans have come to fruition thus far. You say I failed all the way to the top, but I seem to have been doing everything you didn't want. In the end, all you have is words, and it's up to me if I listen to them or not. And so far, my actions have been exactly what needed to happen. Here. I absolutely would not put it past this game to just change the physics to normal running and jumping on the last jump. But we finally arrive at the tape we've been chasing this entire time!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I present to you Death of a Therapist, Act 1, Tapes of Terror, featuring...
A pickup indicator? Oh, here we are. Got a couple of additional health pickups over here ready to go! Right. Gotcha, tape watcher. I was helping her overcome her fear of being looked at. That's Virginia. Now we have to make our way to the next one, so all we have to do is dodge the attacks that he throws our way. Which may be easier said than done. Shade. Didn't get to read that. Oop. The bull helped him overcome his anger. That was a lot of health to lose at once. But there's only one more, and that's the Flash. I believe him, simply. Let's heal up. Grab our pills. Which is the real hero in all of this, kind of. And you. Rainbow, I have to defeat him. Now the question is, what does defeating you actually mean?
So how about we skip to the ending, where the villain gets exactly what he deserves?
You know, I agree. I think that's exactly what's needed right now.
This is where your journey ends. What's so funny?
I'm excited to finally kick your ass.
Now this is good therapy.
I'm afraid that ship is sailed.
Yep.
Oh yeah? Watch me.
Boom, boom, and boom, and boom, and boom.
Pretty good.
Just gotta make our way through the gauntlet and straight to your face where I can deliver a nice load of buckshot.
Some kind of superhero?
Feels like it, honestly, at this point. Die, please. If all of you could just kindly line up for me. That's what the shotgun's good for, after all. Oh, why do I hear Doom music? This is like the point in a dream where you just gain a sudden rush of confidence. You ever have one of those? Just gotta keep making our way up and up and up.
What do you want me to write on your tombstone?
Yep. Yep.
What's that doing here?
No more running, no more hiding. For the first time, we are powerful. The Watcher.
What do you think you're doing?
Virginia made an effort to change her narrative. I'm taking her lead.
Alright, what's next?
Admit it. A part of you always knew you deserved to die.
Yeah, but who doesn't? Point is, I'm going to take you first. Are we just heading back this way, or what's the plan? They came! Alright, I'm going to need you guys to... Oh, wow, that's a little bit scary. Okay, wait! Oh, you guys always coming in clutch. Yep, and high five! I love this game so much! You know, it's surprising how actually intuitive this platforming is. It would be really easy for this to be too difficult and make me feel less powerful, but that hasn't happened so far. Yep. Bro, this is far from my weakest point. If you want to see my weakest point, probably fighting Lucas. This don't feel like that at all. Okay, the radio. Come on. Let's get you. And, shotgun for you. And boom. And boom. There we are. You know, I have to say, it's a real interesting choice to sort of have this inverse difficulty curve when it comes to the final boss. But it's an excellent way to frame this narrative. After all, it is all about restoring confidence. And we never could have taken him on before this moment. Oh, and also we're at the point where we're literally killing enemies by accident. Just die, please. This is going to be a much tougher thing once we actually start running out of ammo for the shotgun. Come on. Come at me. When you come at me, I know how to dodge. Actually makes things a lot easier for me. Is it? I have a slightly different ideas, although probably a similar execution to what you're planning. Execution, good choice of words. Yep. See Daisy. Nope, never mind, you took care of it for me, see? You're actually a much bigger help to my overall goals than you may realize. We gotta help each other, that's what therapy's about. It's about the back and the fore. Oop. Alan.
Alan had the courage to face his fears. It's time I do the same.
Yeah, I'm starting to pick up what you're putting down. I helped my patients, or at least tried to. But now, I have to take the lessons that I learned from them, or rather the lessons that I taught to them, and apply them to myself.
You know what I think? I think this isn't going the way you thought it would. And it's eating you up.
This is only going down one way, with me being the final.
Alright, this way, sir. Still got plenty of shotgun for you. Don't worry. Now, what about this here gate? This is the kind of thing we need a bull for. Or some moron shucking stuff at me. Now, what to do about you guys? It's really just a matter of not being in a disadvantageous position when you guys show up. Half the time you seem to kill yourselves. Boom. More health. We just gotta keep stocking up as we go forward. I mean, really, as long as we take our time, this is more of a leisurely stroll than a death race. Yep. Unless you guys start running up behind me like that. one thing I am sort of worried about is that this does get significantly harder the second I run out of shotgun ammo. But we've just found a little bit more, so that's good. Kaboosh. Now, what else do we have? Oh, we probably have to make our way jump up there. Whoop. Bang. And bang, and bang. Piece of cake. Crazy how we... Every time we lose health to something, we pretty much immediately gain it back. Come on, I know you got some more violence in you. Didn't hurt. Well, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Right here.
Tastes like polygons.
Right this way, sir. Nope. Thank you. I guess that's the difference between me and him, an inability to learn and move on. For example, he hasn't learned to stop opening doors for me. That's really what he's been doing this entire time without even realizing it. All he had to do was nothing.
Even with a tough case like Max, progress was made. Change is possible.
Only one left. Potentially two, depending on how you see things. Into the woods we go. Ah, this just feels like gloating at this point. Ooh, more shotgun. More shotgun. Which means enemies are a non-threat for a little while longer. Use the pistol to clear a path. Use the shotgun to kill our enemies.
I will break free from you.
Whoop! Okay, that was a little bit dangerous. Now I'm mad. Die. Thank you.
Smarter, stronger.
Boosh. Let's collect our peels. Now, what are these things doing for me right now? Oh, I see. We have to activate them all to open the gate at the end. That's right, right this way, and you're dead. Whoops. Sorry about that. Okay, well those are fighting words, and they're yet another reason to kill you. Howdy, bud. Nope. Oh, I love this thing so much. Come on. Cooldown be gone. Couldn't agree more. You gonna take this guy out for me? Oh, so close. Just have to do it myself then.
What do you want me to write on your tombstone?
Should be one more, and there it is right over there. That's right, just destroy the obstacles for me. Oh, another one? That's right. Over here. That's quite a thing. Okay, there's an attack we've not yet seen, at least not that I could tell. Oh, boom. Aw, it doesn't damage you? What a rip. Flare. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Let me out. Oh, I guess something killed that guy. I guess I'll just finish this and be on my way then. What's that? The finish line? Couldn't be. This is difficult. It's a final boss. I couldn't just waltz right through to the end. That would mean you're not very good at stopping me. How about that? You set me free again.
You underestimated me. I don't blame you. It's in your nature to doubt me.
I've been with you your entire life. Every fiber of your being. I'm not something you're capable of overcoming, even in your best moments. You were living in my shadow.
I let you have a hold on me because I didn't want to confront this side of myself. Didn't want to believe it exists. Not anymore. I accept you. I accept my guilt, my fears, my insecurities. I accept them all. I choose to keep going.
The ultimate know you. The yes and. See, Mr. Rainbow, he's like people who like to quote the Joker, or who think the Joker from The Dark Knight was right. The kind of person who can state a fact and be right without having a point. That's what he is. He speaks the truth, but he has no point. In we go.
I'm afraid our time is up. The next time you want to talk to me, make an appointment.
Ah, therapist one-liner. Is this the goo that used to be him raining on us? Judging by the brief duration of that rain, I have to assume that yes. We did it. This is a beautiful moment. These are developers who knew exactly what their audience wanted to see. Well, I suppose it is technically mine. Him being me and all. And this... Oh! This is so cool. We're actually walking backwards from the door at the end of the first tape. Retreading old ground, just in the opposite direction, having taken on an entirely different meaning.
In an unexpected turn of events, it seems that I'm coming out the other side. Why and how this is all happening is becoming clear, and as strange as this is, I am equally as fascinated as I am mad.
And now, if you listen to this audio, we're recording this. We're not hitting play on old tapes. I guess, in a way, no longer looking to the past, but choosing to write our own future.
Life for me will never be the same. I'm grateful to survive, but at what cost? I am yet to know. While I can see the fog clearing, I can also feel my skull. My brain is pulsing. Something is different.
Well, from what we've been through, there's a few reasons that could be the case. And some of them may actually even have solutions.
Meyer and the government think they have autonomous control over us, that they can shove us around and we'll take it. They fail to realize that by pushing a bird out of its nest, you teach it to fly. here's gonna pay for what they've done. To Virginia, to Alan, to Max, Lucas, Rosemary, to Milton, to everyone. I am right. I am just. I am alive, and I am in sound mind.
Oh, he said it!
Come and tell me otherwise.
And now we have the proof. Or do we? One more door. Okay, that's what I wanted to see.
Hey,
Hey.
I'm really proud of you, Desmond. But,
What?
well, we're still here, aren't we?
Man, I hope I'm not stuck in here forever.
Time will tell. Patience and grace. Here, I think you can handle what's in your locked room now. If you have any unfinished business, take care of it and meet me on the roof when you're ready.
Okay, Tanya. I don't think there's anything left unanswered here, except for maybe some pills still hidden around, but I don't super care about that. I think it's time we just ended this. We really can't take that hat with us to the endgame? Sad. It's pretty stylish. Is that guitar playing itself now? I gotta be honest, until she dropped that key at my feet, I had completely forgotten about this place. She was the one hiding the key, and whatever's beyond that door, she didn't think I was ready for it. Imagine I just burned the place down right then and there. Was this door open a second ago? Oh. Each of them represents another of my patients, and I suppose now, by extension, myself. I diagnosed myself, too. Desmond Wales. A thought experiment laced with beer. Patient name, me. Age 41. Paradoxically paranoid. Patient is following the good psychological practice of self-analysis. Patient considered finding a third party professionally, but ultimately decided that this could result in unwanted prying into a past best left alone. Following the death and disappearance of several people under his care, Patient has come to seriously question his methods, and whether or not he is also at risk. Patient has difficulty reconciling with the fact that no matter how much he works on himself, it won't bring Magdalena back. Born and raised in Milton Haven, the only child of Jack and Melinda Wales, undergraduate degree in neurology and semiotics from Pacific State College, graduated with honors, medical school at Virgil Med, residency at Agron Falls Medical Center, likes long walks on the beach and being bad at video games. Shut up. Patient has doubts about the methodology of his treatment. Is he providing his patients with the best possible professional advice? Or is he consciously or subconsciously driving them to self-destruction? Patient's mind is consumed with worry for his own safety. What if what happened to them will happen to me? Is danger lurking at every corner? Magdalena once told me that I'm incapable of taking care of my own issues, since I'm always knee-deep in other people's problems. Assuming she's correct, how do I change that about myself? Should I? Patient name, Tanya Couch Potato Wales, 10 human years. He did a psych profile on his kitty. Diagnosis: mild kittenhood trauma stemming from possible abandonment, abnormal levels of laziness that sometimes border on clinical lack of motivation to move and/or care about her surroundings, suspected borderline personality disorder. Showed up at my door on a rainy night some 9.5 years ago, frail and malnourished, talkative and sweet. She seemed unharmed in that she'd either been lost, forgotten, or thrown out. I decided that since she was kind enough to choose me, I shall take her in and nourish her back to health. Somewhat unknown origins. Catatone. Catatanya displays the kind of regal behavior that likely links her to her long lineage of royalty dating back to ancient Egypt. Using my very best judgment, I'd say she's either a direct descendant of Bastet, or the very soul of the feline goddess herself who has bestowed the honor of care upon yours truly. Prone to occasional freezing, Tanya will sometimes stand perfectly still as if in a catatonic state. She exhibited this behavior often as a kitten, and less often as she reached adulthood and relaxed into her surroundings. This demon wizard trapped in a cat's body has definite magic powers. 10 years into our relationship, and I've yet to understand how she can melt my heart and soften my mind with a single look of adoration. A single meow. Incredible how this describes her so specifically and simultaneously every cat, and we do have our own record. Desmond, please don't hate me for this. I know you'd say you wouldn't, but I know you. You gave me 4 years for which I'm eternally grateful. The time we spent together means the world to me, and I know it did for you as well, despite everything. Big butt coming. But I just can't do it anymore. I want happiness, Desmond. Happiness. I know it comes from a good place, but your overprotectiveness of me and your increasing paranoia about who knows what at the moment are making me crazy and doubtful. You are so special, so smart, and so loving, but you sometimes can't see past your own emotions and problems. More often than not. How can you be there for me when you're barely able to leave your own head? I sometimes question how you ever ended up choosing a career being there for other people. I love you, Desmond. I'm sorry. Take care of Tanya. Imagine the effect this would have had on somebody in his position. My dearest Tanya, my heart is heavy with grief. The void you've left behind is unexpected. Words alone cannot describe how sorry I am for my actions. My ignorance of the toxic relationship between the cat and the lily flower has left me a smarter man who feels like a fool. He blames himself for this, too. I sit in my office, slipping into memories of you knocking stuff off my table and looking to me for affirmation. Thoughts of you sitting beside me, curiously listening to the troubles of others and helping them by accepting their flaws and letting them pet you, are and forever will be priceless memories. Thank you, my dear friend, for countless days of playful calm, for reciprocated love, and for choosing me. What's on my mind? What isn't? I don't feel good. Death. And there's an odd smell in the building. I miss her. The weight of the world. Yeah, I know that. Specifically a few things, but generally everything. If that's all, I guess it's time to meet her on the roof.
It's my record player.
It's my record. You know, there's a certain irony to only seeing this after the end. Wow, look at that moon. Actually, being this close may explain some of these tidal forces, but let's hear what Tanya has to say.
I wish this ending could have been a happier one.
But
life doesn't work that way. Getting rid of me will be the challenge of a lifetime. You may have won the battle, but you've only saved yourself. Agent Rainbow is still out there, and you are powerless to stop what's coming.
Don't listen to him. He's afraid because he knows exactly what you're capable of.
what am I capable of?
Time will tell. Patience and grace.
So, this is goodbye?
You said goodbye before. I wouldn't lose any sleep on it.
I'm sorry. It was my fault. I should have known.
You did your best. You loved me, and that's all I ever cared about. Besides, I live on. In your head, so that's something.
Thank you, Tanya. For everything. You're a real cool cat.
Yeah. I know.
And that's the end. Man, I didn't expect to finish this in this session, but once we got into that endgame, I just couldn't stop. Oh, what a great way and a great framing to address these issues through the medium of gaming. I mean, this is the kind of thing that works so much better in an interactive medium, and the kind of thing that has been done by movies and shows before, but never like this. And I really like how, in keeping with the theme, they sort of acknowledge at the end that, these things don't have neat conclusions. It's something that we'll always have to deal with, but you can understand that you're able to deal with it, and in doing so, make it so much easier each new time it comes up. There's still a lot more outside of the context of what's going on here that needs to be done. An uphill battle against corporations, against government, against exploitation of people. But in the end, he's ready to take on that fight, knowing that it won't always be successful, but that it is possible, and that's all that matters, is knowing that it's possible. When you feel like giving up, that's essentially the voice in your head saying it is not possible, that what you're doing is pointless. But Meyer and the government and anyone who participates in things like this, what they want is for you to give up. So as long as you never do, well, I guess you're as much a problem for them as they are for you, right? It sort of makes you feel more powerful when the character gains these surges of confidence, making your enemies seem weaker in the process because you have new abilities, new knowledge to help you deal with something. And that all came to a head in the end there, where you would expect a final boss traditionally to be more difficult, but that wasn't how it was. That whole ending was basically a victory lap in which we took all the tools we'd learned, all the skills we'd learned, and applied them to essentially make it a piece of cake. I loved how the music was actually a part of the game, and how the game itself was about, through these adventure elements, coming to understand these people. And so it's really about the characters in a way that really couldn't have been done through any other medium or through any other framing of the story. And actually, now that I think about it, of course, in the end, we learned that we had to apply all of the lessons that we had imparted upon our patients in order to deal with our own self-doubt. But that was also done in a very literal sense through the gameplay itself. Each time we went through a patient's segment, we literally received new tools for dealing with that final boss, in the form of the different objects that we used to get through certain obstacles. And so, just like a series of therapy sessions, it was all about building us up little by little and preparing us to do what we needed to do. In that way, actually, this is brilliant. In that way, it's almost like therapy sessions in the context of this game are almost like all video games, and the way they train us and build us up to take on harder and harder challenges. And this game is very self-aware about its video game tropes, as well as its psychology references. I love this so much.
Desmond! Desmond, can you hear me? Are you in there? Damn it.
Desmond, you're breathing. Yes. I heard you, man. I heard you in the back of my mind. My goodness, what did you do to this place? Judging by the package on the table, I guess they got to you before I did. Bastards.
You'll be all right, my friend. Rest. And when you feel better, we'll take the fight to them.
And once more, we gain power. Because now we have someone to help us. That was the one thing we went through this entire game without. Well, excluding Tanya, of course. She gave us, I guess, kind of a guiding hand in all of this. As soon as she showed up and started speaking and started really sort of feeding into our confidence, telling us that we can do this, that this is within our abilities, the whole game sort of takes on a little bit of a lighter tone. You feel less alone and lost in all of this, so long as you have even one person. And now we have someone real. Someone to actually guide us in the physical world. After all this, Desmond actually has a friend, which I guess after Tanya died was something he really needed. I guess I'm starting to think that in all of this, he started to see himself as kind of separate from everything that was going on. But now, after the events of this game, he's connected to it like never before. Well, if you like this video and this series, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.